Let's drain it. Let's stake it and leave it out for the sunrise.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Think you could blow up our warehouse and get away with it? Ah, lick.
Fuck you!
Let's pull out its eyes and its tongue and its teeth. I want its teeth.
Camarilla, fuck!
Ugh.
Boys, I think we could all use a little entertainment. Those of you sitting in the first few rows will get wet.
I will destroy you!
Son of a bitch!
Leave.
There's 3 of us, Rodriguez.
Yeah. 3 of us. What are you gonna do? Shoot us?
This ain't over. We'll find you. You too, Rodriguez. You're both dead. Nobody messes with the Sabbat and lives.
Keep moving. Trouble sure seems to like you.
Watch out!
Good effort. Execution needs a little work. You look like shit. Name's Nines.
What happened to 1 through 8?
Same thing that happens to a lot of anarchs, Malk. But you already know that somehow, don't you? Should have been more careful, newbie. This ain't the burbs.
Your face is familiar. Do you have your own cereal?
Kid, I got things to deal with. Why don't you pay me a visit at the last round tonight? I don't know what you've heard so far, but it's time you heard the real story.
I like stories.
This is a mean existence. Stay out of trouble, kid.
Maybe or maybe not. Downtown. LaCroix wanted me to report to him, but I couldn't care less what he wants. Maybe I can pretend I'm dead. You know, deader. Let's explore a bit. I want to find the Anarchs at the bar last round. 9 saved me twice already, and Jack taught me the basis of this world before I had to go on LaCroix's mission. I know I can only truly trust Mercurio and Beckett because the seer on the beach told me so. But being alone as young as I am is not a good idea, and the Anarchs were the only ones that tried to help me so far. Ah, the mystical sun. This is where that person who sent me the poem to my apartment must be. What's this?
Stop! No, you stop! Stop! No, you stop! Stop!
You win this round. Ah, the last round.
Of you. Trust me.
Well, looky who made it back in one piece. How's Santa Monica, kiddo?
I followed the bloody road I was set upon. What do you seek, demon?
Whoa. Slow down there, kid. You're not reporting for duty here, so loosen up, okay? We're just chatting. Comprende?
It seems all demons are demanding their due.
That's usually the way the story goes. Same old bullshit politics from when you were alive, huh? Don't it make you just want to rip somebody's spine out? What? You saying that's just me?
Politics?
Politics. The stuff that makes the rich get richer, keeps the powerful in power. Look at why you're out in Santa Monica in the first place. 'Cause Prince LaCroix said so.
Why was I chosen for this dark fate?
'Cause he never thought you'd make it back. If Knives didn't stand up for you in the courtroom, you would have been toast right there, man. Everybody knows that.
Why would the jester hate this little fly?
It's bullshit Camarilla law. You gotta get it approved before you sire anyone. Vampire population control, fascist crap. LaCroix wanted to look like the strong leader upholding the law.
So why has the spider not killed this little fly?
Public relations, man. Calculated risk. Ventura born in a boardroom. When Nines called him out, LaCroix realized it was time to show a carefully measured dose of Camarilla compassion.
Have you public relations propensities?
Yeah, man, it's called kicking ass and crushing the skulls of any asshole who steps on my toes. That seems to work. People dig it.
Why does the jester fear the shadowed Nines? Isn't he chief?
LaCroix is the boss of the Camarilla in L.A. That's it. LaCroix is the boss. That's rich.
Even a jester may parade in the king's cloak.
The facts are like this. The Camarilla need us to buy into their bullshit for any of their laws to mean dick. Now, telling free-living vampires they need to be ruled is a hard sell. So, the Camarilla baked up a play-nicey plan. Show everyone how great they are, so we'll all just jump on board.
Explain this, everyone.
The free-living dead, kiddo. A lot of people like to use the label anarchs. Whatever the hell that means. Anarchs. Does got a nice kick to it, though, huh? Yeah.
I seek knowledge of these anarchs, children of entropy.
That's us, so I'm told. What'd you want to know?
How long have they raged against the machine?
Yeah, I could tell you about the history of the movement about our struggle. What's any of that shit mean, anyway? Do we want to sit through history class here?
Power is in knowing the past.
I'm no scholar, kid, but I've been around. Seen more and done more than most vampires ever will. I don't know that our situation's ever gonna be easy, but some things you gotta decide are worth fighting for.
How to win such a Gordian game?
Fight harder than the other son of a bitch. Every time I yank a jawbone from a skull and ram it in an eye socket, I know I'm building a better future.
Does Nines share your grisly visions?
You bet, kid.
Is Nines the chief of the Anarch tribe?
As much as anyone is. Nines is a stand-up guy. Takes the politics a little too seriously, though. Came up during the Great Depression, so his brain is wired to that shit.
And the rest of the wolves that run with Nines?
Yeah, I'm not sure the story on most of them. Nines crew.
What blood runs in your veins?
Bruja. Most everyone here has Bruja blood.
May I mine your gray matter?
Moving right along.
Clue me in on the Camarilla.
Oh, my favorite topic.
Tell me of the Jester Prince.
Ah, to hell with LaCroix. I blasted better vampires' brains all over the wall. He's not the prince. He's a prince.
Have you danced with such jesters before?
A typical Ventru asshole. Predictable, safe, no imagination. Ah, man, the guy's a pussy. He just got lucky he showed up in L.A. at the right time.
You think fate shines on the shallow and serendipitous?
I'm not saying he's stupid. He's just an asshole and needs his teeth kicked in, that's all.
What know you of the Jester's Hound?
Oh, the sheriff, yeah. I love how everyone's talking about that big mystery. It's like someone embraced a doped-up gorilla.
Do you curse the Camarilla or only the heads of the Hydra?
I'm not saying let's go torch the Malkavian living under the abandoned hotel because she happens to be a Camarilla. I'm saying let's change that shit from the top down.
How to know good from evil?
Camarilla membership is 95% victims, 5% evil bastards. But make sure and understand, any of those victims points a gun at me, they get drained and slaughtered like sheep.
Am I part of this prickly problem?
Hey man, you do what you gotta do to survive when you're young, but there comes a time when that excuse don't fly no more. When you should know better or want to do something about it.
Such distinctions are beyond my discernment.
That's why you're sitting here listening. School's in, kiddo.
May I mine your gray matter?
Moving right along.
Tell me the secrets of the Sabbat.
Again? Does everything have to be about these dickheads?
Not if it doesn't need to be.
The Sabbat are worthless, man. Fake tips on a zombie worthless. Fun to watch, though. Like the Three Stooges with chainsaws.
They curse the Camarilla?
Yeah, they oppose the Camarilla, but they suck when it comes to execution.
What's their major malfunctions?
Sabbat are in the same business as the Camarilla. Sabbat have a little longer chain, but they're slaves all the same.
I'm no longer here.
Well, if it ain't the talk of the town, poster child for Camarilla benevolence. What does the prince have his little bitch doing today?
The jester plays his little games and sends his little pawn before him.
Jester? What? What the hell did you say? You're Malkavian, right? Oh, you doubly smooth. Crazy as hell and the prince's bitch. Any pawn, you said? Yeah, you got that. But you as crazy as you.
Greetings, Helter Skelter.
Huh? How do you... Damn. Malkavians and their goddamn insight. That shit is creepy. Anyway, yeah. My name is Skelter. I do my part to keep California a free state for the anarchs.
Why do you curse the Camarilla?
The Camarilla just ain't necessary. Their rules is just common sense shit. The masquerade and all that. Sure, it makes sense. Like the Ten Commandments. You know the Ten Commandments, don't you?
My head is a burning bush.
Yeah, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. Sounds good, but you and me both know that shit don't always fly. What if some society like the Camarilla comes along and just up and kills you if you break one damn commandment?
Your words were truth like a well-fitted truss.
Right. See, we weren't meant to live like that. Man, I followed someone else's rules for 3 years in Vietnam. But it wasn't until after the embrace that I understood real oppression.
Tell me of Entropy's children.
Anarchs, we are the only ticket to free living in the afterlife, my friend.
Does freedom come so hard to fiends such as we?
You gotta understand, Kendrick. You're carrying a 6,000-year curse in your blood. No matter how powerful it makes you feel.
The red liquid casts a dark shadow on my soul.
That blood is a tangle of chains that's gonna leave you bound in servitude the rest of your existence.
Your lingo is labyrinthine.
Your elders command the blood. They control the blood, and the blood listens. You'll never even hear their call, but the blood will, and it'll make you obey.
How do I break these ancient chains?
That shit stretches all the way back to Cain. Nothing you can do. Some ancient sleeping in a tomb half a world away has a bad dream, and you gon' feel that shit, like it or not.
Do you speak of the Dark Father?
Cain, man. Father of all vampires. Killed his brother Abel and was cursed by God to walk eternity feeding on the blood of his children. Some heavy shit, sister.
The son of Adam and Eve?
Keep your voice down. Is Cain real? I don't know. Not sure I want to know.
I would offer him a worm-free apple. But where do you go with these words?
The point is, with this curse pulling your strings, you really want to sign away your right to fight by joining the Camarilla?
Do you also hide behind the masquerade's veil?
I don't need to bare my fangs to feel good about myself. The masquerade is a fruity Camarilla label. Other than that, I ain't got no problem with it. Live and let live. We got enough to worry about.
Hallelujah and holy rollers.
You know, speaking of the masquerade, I just thought of something you might be able to help us out with.
Tell me, tell me, tell me. Come on, tell me the answer.
There's this girl who's been making a lot of noise lately. It's a real pain in the ass. She's a ghoul of this one Toreador creep who disappeared.
What is the name of his ghoulish girl?
Her name is Pat. She hangs out in the clubs downtown. She used to show up around here and act like she was everybody's best friend. It was all fun and games until her vampire sugar daddy stopped calling. Now she can't get her blood fixed and shit ain't so fun no more.
Tell her that her sugar daddy has lost his sweetness.
Man, she's been told he was dead. She don't listen. Just asks again louder. Damn junkie. It's gonna make a scene and get us all some real heat.
What heat do you speak of?
Vampire hunters, man. You start doing stupid shit and breaking the masquerade and you'll see what I'm talking about. Trust me, hunters are the kind of trouble you don't want.
About the prickly problem with Ghoulish Patty.
She's crossed the line. Only time that mouth ain't blabbing is when it's sucking vampire blood. She's gotta disappear. Do this, and we'll keep it our little secret, you hear?
I will serve the children of entropy.
All right, have fun. I'd love this one myself, but I know her side. Just let me know when it's done.
I shall peruse the streets for this little Patty. Farewell.
You showed up. Good. Here's what I gotta tell you. And so you know, I don't lecture, I don't rap, I'm no bureaucrat. I'm just a guy out of nowhere came to be involved in something 500 times bigger than you and me.
More!
You got a right to know the score. The Camarilla, this is the short of it. They operate a lot like a pyramid scheme. There's a bunch of these old-timers at the top with God only knows what plots in mind. They lose their power, they die. They sired more to carry out their plans. And looking for a little power, then those kindred sired for their own schemes, and so on and on and on. It hurts my head just thinking about the mess. And it works out to is this. Only a few people at the top have any real power.
The prince is not the head vampire?
LaCroix? Shit. LaCroix's just the guy who backstabbed and wheeled and dealed his way into becoming king son of a bitch of all the local Camarilla. Him and any of the traitors that sided with the Cam want power here, they'll get what's due.
Let me hear your truth.
I learned the way of this world during the Depression. A bunch of old rich bastards screwed the country. But did they suffer? No. The little people suffered. You can't trust the people at the top. The world would be a better place without them. All you can do is get a group of people together who aren't assholes. Find a place to put your feet up and make some examples of the quote-unquote elite to keep the rest the hell out. Everyone's an equal here. The same thing this country used to be about. That's what LA has been. An anarch-free state.
The Camarilla is a sapling here?
The Camarilla was kicked out on their ass a long time ago. We, the anarchs, didn't want to play their politics anymore. Now LaCroix and crew pop in like they never left? No goddamn way. Their laws don't apply to us.
Meet with them, baloney all around.
I got their meeting right here.
Are you the Prince of Thieves, and are these your merry men?
Don't use me and Prince in the same sentence, Melk. I fought to keep LA free since I was embraced. A long time later, I'm one of the only ones left that hasn't bit it or switched sides. The most veteran soldier on the battlefield.
You and the Prince don't golf on the weekends?
LaCroix represents everything I hate. The Camarilla, stuck-up aristocrats, rich businessmen, crooked politicians. The only place LaCroix belongs is in an urn.
My mind is still soft. Any shape I should set it in?
Here's what I tell all the new blood. 1, you get careless, that blood will make you into a monster. But you rampage around here, you get put down. 2, don't kill when you feed. No reason to. In this city, there's lots of ways to slake the beast without leaving a trail of dead. 3, the Camarilla's full of shit. 4, watch your back, always. And lastly, learn how to fight. Because a speech ain't gonna save your ass when you're staring down the barrel of a shotgun.
Teach me the razzmatazz.
You probably already know the basics, so anything I show you is gonna take a while, and I'll need it elsewhere.
Interesting words. I will savor them.
You poor bastard. Listen, LA's the school of hard knocks, so keep your friends close and your enemies in a barbecue pit. Once you square things with LaCroix, don't give that son of a bitch the time of night. I got my eye on you, kid.
Ick! Squishy!
Sabat chased you in here, Cammy?
You are the damsel of distress, yes?
I'm damsel. Someone talking shit about me over in that ivory tower? Who said it, huh? I'll kick their ass!
The only words spoken were in my head.
Lunatic. I'd give you a piece of my mind, seeing as how you're just another do-girl for the Camarilla. Shit. No amount of good sense penetrates that white noise you Malks call a brain, does it?
The words of 7s and 8s I ignored, but to 9s I listened.
All right. Maybe you're not completely batshit.
Something is plaguing you.
What? Weird you say that, yeah. You might say something is plaguing me. A plague bearer, as a matter of fact.
Help my mind digest this creature.
Plague Bearer's a fool that doesn't care who they feed from. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. We can't get sick, but the kind can. And kindred that feed on them start spreading disease. Enough gets sick, it's an epidemic. CDC's in town as we speak.
Can't you just shoo the dirty carrier pigeon away?
Seen Old Yeller? May sound cruel, but it's necessary. If someone puts together 2 and 2 as to the real cause of an outbreak of bloodborne diseases, guess what happens? So the plague bearer's gotta be found and put down. If the Camarilla really gives a damn, they'll help us out.
My neck owes a debt to the Anarchs. What shall I do?
One of our boys' ghouls, name's Paul, lives nearby in the Skyline Apartments. Been a stranger lately. Looked like death last time he was here. Said he didn't get bit, but maybe you can get more info out of him.
Does anyone in this city not drink our blood? This ghoul I will see.
Wait, if Paul's not talking, you might want to start questioning the homeless pot. So many have been dying lately that it takes the city a few days to pick up the bodies.
The broken brains of the city's forgotten, I shall play there.
Ugh, candy.
I wonder something from your mind.
Yeah?
The number for a name.
No one like him in this world or the next. He's to the Anarchs what George Washington was to the colonies, what Ho Chi Minh was to Vietnam. He is the LA Anarchs personified. He's a great leader, and yet he's humble. I'd die for it.
He wears no face but his own in a city of masks.
No one like him in the Camarilla or otherwise. Anything else?
The jester in his ivory tower.
Who the hell does he think he is, coming into town claiming Camarilla authority over the city? We kicked them out 60 years ago. It's like England coming back and telling the U.S. how they should do things. Fuck LaCroix.
You fear the lost children will return to their parents.
I'd be more worried about us kicking you out again. And this time, it'll be 500 years before you scrape up enough soldiers to cross the city limit.
I must make travel arrangements. The Jack in the Box that smiles incessantly.
Jack? Jack's Jack. Kind of a legend amongst Anarchs. There's not an Anarch in the world who wouldn't stand in rock star awe of Jack. Even the Camarilla doesn't mess with him.
Yes, his beard is hypnotic.
He's been around a long time. He used to be a pirate, so the rumor goes. Talk to Jack. He's never short on chat.
I wonder something else.
Yeah?
The children of the Camarilla.
We are about passion, Penny, and freedom. Things most Camarilla types just can't understand. I could go on and on, but Skelter says it takes too long to get me off my soapbox. Ask him. Or even Jack.
Please continue rambling at my expense.
I mean, geez, it just makes sense. Power should be redistributed amongst all of us, not just a few. Communism would actually work for Kindred, where it fails with humans. It's just common sense, you know?
I wonder something else from you.
Yeah?
The parents of the Anarchs.
It's a sham, a pyramid scheme. Nothing but musty, withdrawn elders waging power struggles for no other reason than to keep their own ass alive for one more century. You think you have any real power in the can? You're kidding yourself.
Its architecture is still mysterious to me. Shards of insight are all I gather.
You'd be better off without them. You'll see.
That may be insightful or not. I will return when I'm sure. The Anarchs gave me a lot of food for thought. Now that I'm full, let's go to the poem writing Strauss at the House of the Mystical Sun. Did you hear that? Is someone trapped here? Thaumaturgical creatures. E. Bankins, Regent, Chicago. Gargoyles. During the medieval conflict with the ZMEC, Clan Tremere delved further into secret blood magics and created a race of protectors known as gargoyles. Since their inception, gargoyles have been used as scouts, warriors, and sentries. Gargoyles are monsters, vampires by virtue of the blood and flesh through which they are created. They are no more than the detritus of other clans, given a second chance to serve their Tremere creators. Unfortunately, many have wrongly come to view their service as slavery, and have fled their masters in search of some delusional utopia. Most escaped gargoyles live in isolation, preferring solitude to even the company of their own kind. Homunculi, for the most menial and mindless tasks, many Tremere create what is called a homunculus. These are mindless creatures which take many forms, winged, many-legged, or otherwise. Homunculi are unfailingly loyal, but their appearance makes them a serious threat to breaking the masquerade.
Muslin shrouded and the moon is melting.
Greetings, neonate. Might I assume you received my invitation? I have been looking forward to meeting you for quite some time.
Blood magics and betrayal. And the true king upon his throne.
Ah, a child of Malkav, no less. Do dark visions cloud your sight, young one? Shattered reflections of your clan father's mind.
The glass is cracked, but strangely clear.
There is truth in your words, neonate, more than you yet realize. Your madness allows you to glimpse the truth of this existence, to see through the shadowy veil into the world beyond.
On your head an iron crown, and the jester dances before you.
Be cautious when speaking of these visions. Truth is rarely welcomed by those who cannot see it. There are many kindred who will be less, shall we say, accepting of it than I am.
Tell me your name, Wizard King.
Strauss. Maximilian Strauss. I am the regent of this chantry. Welcome.
Chantry holds mystery for me.
A chantry is a local gathering place for those of the Tremere clan. I live here, as do apprentices from time to time.
Regent is opaque and shadowy.
A regent is the leader of a chantry, as well as a teacher to young Tremere apprentices who are studying the mysteries of our clan.
Tell me of this dark city of angels.
Let me give you some advice, young one. Your survival in kindred society will often depend on your ability to find out yourself what is going on around you. Remember that well.
Memory is rarely a gift of the schizophrenic.
As for what is going on here in downtown, the word on everyone's lips, kindred or kind, seems to be epidemic.
Ha! A withered horse runs among us.
It seems that disease has been spreading at an alarming rate throughout the downtown population. Considering our particular appetites, the local kindred are more than concerned about these developments.
Dirty blood is our doom.
Yes, indeed. My opinion is that the local anarchs are responsible for these outbreaks. Their precipitous indulgence of certain passions often leads to such things. Ergo, their need for the watchful eye of the Camarilla.
The anarchs have me searching for this problematic pestilence.
I see. Most disappointing, neonate. You seem to show a startling lack of concern in choosing your associates in this new life. I pray that their lawless proclivities do not ultimately affect your own standing among your other peers.
May I mine your gray matter?
What is it you would like to know?
Uncloud this Camarilla.
The Camarilla, it is merely a kindred sect that exists to protect its members from the outside world. There are specific codes of behavior that we abide by in order to ensure the continuance of our species. It is nothing more and nothing less.
Uncloud this Camarilla some more.
Surely. What else would you like to know?
Do all bloodsuckers belong to this brood?
No. There are many independent clans who are not aligned with the Camarilla, and the Sabbat is another sect of various vampire clans whose beliefs are very different than our own. Unsavory sorts, to say the least. I understand you have already run afoul of them.
Rodriguez, the Midnight Warrior, casts a long shadow.
Ah, yes, the infamous Mr. Rodriguez. I understand you owe him your life twice now. Had he not intervened, the prince would have surely had that hound of his separate your head from your shoulders.
His pale hand was well appreciated.
In any case, it's a shame that Rodriguez cannot see the wisdom of the Camarilla. He would make a powerful ally. As it is, he is a significant thorn in LaCroix's side, which serves my purposes just the same.
Do not the Wizard King and the Jester Prince share their purpose?
LaCroix is a prince, neonate, and a Ventrue on top of that. Even if he weren't as young and indiscriminate as he's already proven himself to be, But I say too much. Let us just say that he and I have differing ideas on the use of power.
Put your trust in this shattered psyche, Wizard King.
Well, without saying too much, I think that Sebastian LaCroix lacks the usual discretion necessary to be a prince. I see in him a lust for power that overshadows his responsibility to the Camarilla.
Ha! Your iron crown begins to sparkle.
My flame shroud
No,
in the
young
moon
one.
is melting.
I aspire not to such lowly heights. My only interests are those of my clan and the Camarilla.
An indicative order of your interests.
You will do well in this new life, young one. That I can see already.
One more thing.
Of course.
Perhaps I might probe the problem of this plague.
An interesting proposition. If you succeed in finding the cause of this epidemic and putting an end to it, I will compensate you appropriately for your efforts.
I shall do this deed.
Very well.
I am no longer here.
Worm-laden rain.
Damn sparkles.